Hello, welcome to my channel. Again, I'm just going to say hi to Ecli and Jethro, Donald, Lily, and Talia, my grandkids. So anyway, I thought I would just do a quick craft with me. I'm working on my books for Lindsay's challenge for the journals for the month of April. And I've got this journal. I think we did a video on, oh, I don't know if we did a video on the cover. Anyway, I sewed these covers. I have a few covers that I sewed, and I've got the pages sewn in them. So what I need to do is make some ephemera. I am really light on ephemera, so I thought since I'm playing, we would go ahead and do the ephemera for this journal and this journal. And then I have these pages here ready. It's going to be a 2-signature journal for the same challenge. I'm just have to make the cover. So I don't really know what I'm going to be making. I know kind of what I want to make. I ordered this book from Lindsay, and I ordered it because she had the idea of, well, one, it's a really pretty book. It's got all these beautiful images in it. But I thought I would make some pockets, the idea that she had with it. And so I thought we would make some pockets with it. And the hard part is deciding which side I want to, my room is such a mess, what size I want to make my pockets. So, or which plant I want on my pockets. So I'm just going to cut these down, and I think I'm going to cut the blue section off. And also, I might make some journal cards out of them too, some just fun little journal cards. I've been trying to stay true to just seeing if I can, it's just a challenge for myself. See if I can stay true to just working with her images, but that's really hard when you want to add so many other elements. And so yeah, so let's cut the blue off and just straighten the edge up a little bit on here. So there's those three, and I'm just going to cut this one up too. I've just been so busy. I'm still working, so that's good, and helping to take care of my grandma, and it's just been really busy with just that. So I definitely have not slowed down. So it's actually been really quite hard for me to get to these journals and get them done. Normally, I would have a little bit more time to be able to do that. Okay, so I've cut that away. I also printed these pages off because I thought they would be fun to collage. I really like them, and they're from her journal kit. What is it called? My goodness, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's called Plant a Garden. Or no, not Plant a Garden. It might be My Fair Garden. It's one of her garden pages, and I really, really like the paper. But I also went in and discovered I could alter the color, and this gives it more of a faded old look. There's lines in it. I don't know why, but it'll work great for collaging. So I also thought, and I have book pages here we're going to play with and create some things with, but I also thought some Edith Holden pages that I would use index cards to kind of help with creating a journal card with these. And these can be pockets too. Yeah, so, and we'll do it on the plain side so that the other side has some lines to write on. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with collaging with this paper. I think I want to do the subdued one. So I'm just cutting the edges off, the white edges off of this to make it easier to tear up and collage. I do have my new arm coming for recording, and it should be here with shipment with COVID-19 right now. With the shipment, shipments are taking much longer. So it says it's supposed to be here on April 27th. So I don't have that much longer to wait. Less than 2 weeks. Okay, cut that off. And I'll cut this off. Okay. Alright, so I'm almost wondering if I want to just, let's see what that would look like. That really makes it stand out, but I think I want to vintage these plant ones up. So which side do I want? I really like the blue. I think we'll go with the blue on that one. So I will just get my distress ink out and just make this really look old. Okay, there's that one. And then this, ooh, definitely that one. I'm really excited to get that camera in that light because I think it'll be better and I can get you a little bit further away. We'll do this side. Okay, and then this one. Ooh, the yellow. Definitely the yellow. Okay, oh, that's really pretty right there. We already have yellow, so we'll do this side. And then we have these pretty white ones. Oh, let's do this one. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so we have those. Now we need to do the collaging on here. And where do we want to put this? Looking for more collaging options that are nearby. Oh, I could definitely do a card out of that too. This would make a nice journal card to go in there. Sorry if I bumped you. Looking for some collaging elements here. Oh, this might work here. Oh, I have a whole bunch of paper right over there. Okay. So we will do... Okay, I think I'm just going to start ripping. And just start doing this. I was really excited on Lindsay's channel. She showed some of my journals, and my first journals, so definitely don't make them that way anymore. But I was very grateful that she was able to post them up and put them up for sale. And I was like, oh my goodness, they one of them was a little bit loose in the binding. I'm usually pretty careful with that, so I don't know why it loosened up. Okay, so we'll put some of that on there, and let's see. Oh, this one might be kind of fun just to have the fencing. I wonder if how that would look. I kind of would like the fencing word to show. I could put that more towards the bottom. Yeah. Well, we'll hold off on that one. And I'm going to use some of this other paper we have here. Cut up. I have a lot of this paper, so use some matte paper. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll do that there. Okay, there's that, and I'm gonna get this fencing one. Because I kind of want that right there. Okay, there is that, and then something on the bottom. I could put that right there because my card is going to probably sit right about there. Sorry, I bumped you again. Let's see if I can get you in the frame better. There we go. Because my, or put that there and see what this looks like here. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do that one. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking, you know, I'm in here crafting all the time anyway. Might as well just do a craft with me. And since it's hard for me to do a planned video because I don't know when I'm able to do it, and I am getting away to craft now, which I love to do. It's super relaxing. And I'll cut this and just cut the rough edges off. Okay. So there's our collage piece, and I don't care about that white part right there because it's going to be covered. I will do the edge a little bit. There we go. And we're going to do this right here. Oh, maybe on this side instead. I think I had it lower. I could cut that off. Or just put it like that. I like the number. I think I'm just going to do it like that. Oh, I really can't wait till that camera gets here. This is awkward because I have a tripod, so it's hard to work around. It's right there, and so it's. I see why why people use the arm. Okay, so we have that done, and I think I am going to stitch around it, but I want to put, well, maybe a label. Well, there's words on there already, so we're going to do something else. What can we do? Let's see. These are Tracy Fox labels. That would say. I do have stamps. I could also use stamps. I think something kind of bright. Maybe this one. No, I think that blends in. This purple one keeps jumping out at me, so maybe I'll do that one. Do a stamp there, and then let's see what else we have. I'm really quite excited to someday have my own craft room again. I think we are going to use a little bit of cheesecloth in here just to add some texture. We have that. And let's see, what do we got in here? Now this, so I'm digging through. I have several people's stuff in here, and I'm looking for, it's a Tracy Fox mini. I absolutely love the minis. Love, love, love the minis. Okay, let's see, what do we got? Oh, that's what I was looking for right there. So we've got a Tracy Fox mini, and I think that kind of looks good right there on accident. Okay. I'm going to put some of this cheesecloth, I think, right there. So, and we'll get a little bit more glue here. And then or maybe do I want to kind of do it this way and have this kind of right there? That's kind of fun, I think. Okay. Art glitter glue out. I love this glue. It sticks so well. It's quick though. You gotta know where you're gonna put it, and that's where it's staying, wherever it lands. There we go. And I think this stamp I'm gonna have on top right there. So we'll cluster that there. And this is from, I have a ton of stamps I found at a garage sale. Some stamp collection books that they didn't want anymore, so that was quite a find. Okay, so I think I also want to put where's my silver? I like a little bling. I can find my silver one. I'm quite a mess in here. Hi again, sorry about that. My phone storage was full, so what I was digging for at the end of the video was a little bit of some glitter. I don't know if you can see that, but I just added it to the stalks of flour just to add a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this one, and we'll decide whether it's going to be a pocket or a journal card. Okay, so I did pull out this piece of paper here for a journal card, so that's going to be super quick and easy. I wonder if it'll fit on one of these. Nope. So and actually I could probably just stick it in there just like that. I think I will. So that, I'm not even going to mount that to anything. That'll be... Okay, so we have some more of these. Let's see what else we can do. And this can also be a pocket just by itself. You can just glue it on the page, which I may do. So let's do some pinks and purples. That one was a yellow one. So we'll do some pinks and purples here. I'm going to just straighten this edge up a little bit. Okay. Okay, I am going to do the brighter, and I'm going to use my scissors because I'm in an awkward position. It's hard for me to cut, and these scissors just cut that jagged edge. So I'm just going to cut that like that. And then cut the whites off using that. I used to sell scrapbook products, and so I used to have a ton of different scissors that cut different edges. It makes it easier, cleaner. Okay, I use some of the brighter color I'm going to put on there. So what I was thinking also of doing is I'm watching some videos, and while I'm watching a video, just doing a craft with me while I'm crafting along with them. I thought that would be kind of fun. Patricia Veramontes is the one I'm interested in kind of following along. She has some really interesting things she does, and I wouldn't mind following along and learning how to make some of the ephemera she makes, pockets especially. She makes these really fun pockets. Okay, so there's that, and then I think, ooh, this green would be really pretty. Really pretty right here. So that should work there. So I'll distress that. I have Vintage Photo is what I'm using for distressing. It's what I grabbed, and it does make it look old. It's not dark. I also have tea stain and then some colors. I was trying to find the black walnut because I wanted to try that and see what that looked like, but right now I don't want to order it, so I try to get it from my local craft store, but Joann's is the main one. Hobby Lobby is not open, but Joann's is the main one that I've been going to, but they haven't had any of it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to change this one. And this will become a journal card or pocket or something. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cut around this and trim the excess off of this. I'm going to try to get these videos together. I successfully did it once before, so I'm going to try it again. Okay. And I know I missed a part, but we'll fix that. That's the nice thing. You know, one thing I forgot to do was distress around the edges here. I'll do that really quick. There we go. That's distressed. Looks cute. Okay. So this is the one that I kind of wanted to use on here. And I think I'm going to center that. But let's see what else is in my little bucket here. I could use a word. I could put this over here and use a word. Or a definition. Let's see if I can make it fit. And I have a stamp. I just stamped it on some tea stain paper. That looks cute. I kind of like that. I'm going to glue this flower down. And all of these I'm going to sew around the edge. I'll use a zigzag stitch, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm definitely not set up to be able to flip back and forth between my sewing machine and the craft table. Put that there. Okay, there's that. And then we'll put this word on there, or this definition, joy. Now, I do buy my tea stain paper. I do make some, but I buy a lot of it because I don't always have time to make it. So I have these stamps. These came from Mei, and I colored them in. So I think I'm going to add one of these in here. I'm just going to kind of fussy cut. Just add a little bit, another little element of color, and okay, there's that. And then I'm just going to distress it a little bit. And we will put this, let's see, do I like it right there? No, like that. Or up there. I think I'm going to have it right up there. Okay. There's that. And then for the edge, I think I might make this one a pocket. So that means I need to cut the hole in it, which is just a round punch. You can really use any size. This is the only round punch I have. And I actually don't know what size it is, so, but I'm going to cut I'm going to cut the little, I'm going to try to center it and cut the little divot in there. Just a small one. Just to indicate it's, and then we'll just distress in that. We'll actually distress all the way around. And then I think what I'm going to do is I have these ruffles, and I've got to figure out how to make my own. I have these really pretty ruffles I could use. On here for the pocket. I want that one, maybe something like this instead. For the bottom of the pocket. Oh, I think that looks really good. So I think I will do that. And I'm sorry, I keep bumping. I'm trying to work in between the tripod. We'll cut that. So I want to cut it right about there. And then I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I have Fabri-Tac. I also have 3-in-1. They were out of Fabri-Tac at the store, but I see a lot of people using this, so I don't have any experience with it, but hopefully it'll work really good. Okay. Let's put some right there. And Fabri-Tac is great if you want to stick fabric to other elements and have it stay, and if you're not going to sew in place of sewing. So I'm just going to stick that right on there. That is really, really pretty. I like that. That turned out really nice. And I think I do want to do a little bit of something else here. Or maybe not. Nope, I think that's good. I think I'll leave that. So that's going to be a pocket. So we've got a journal card in a pocket. Another thing I noticed is that in the journals I'm making the, I'm missing an element. Or I'm supposed to have 3 of different kits, and I'm missing some. So, in the big journals. So I thought what I would do is just make 2 journal cards. That's about half the size of this paper, approximately. I don't know what I'm going to stick them in yet, but we're going to come off the whites. White edges of these. Oh, that doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to cut it about in half. So this was 8.5, which would be 4 1/4. But I don't want to cut off that butterfly. Oh, it's 11, so it'd be 5.5. But I cut off about 1/8. Okay, so just cutting off all the white parts. And I'm actually going to use book page to back it, and then I will back the book page with writing space. And this, on some of this, you can probably write around it, but I think we're going to decorate it up a little bit. Okay. We have that. So we have these 2 pieces here that I've cut. And to make just a simple journal card, just to give it some heft. Now, since we're layering it, I think I'm only going to do 1 journal card. I don't have my, oh, I do have my gesso handy. I might gesso these book pages just so I can hide some of the words a little better. Let me get a brush. That's exactly what I'm going to do. You can use acrylic paint too. This will work. You can use white acrylic paint or gesso or whatever. So, but I am just going to gesso these pages up a little bit just to tone down the writing. So that you can't maybe see it as well with behind the, because I did print that on thinner paper. For collaging and stuff like that, I use a thinner paper, but I've been liking I think it's 32 pound. It's just really buttery, nice paper, and it's thicker. And I thought, you know, when people are writing on in their journals, I don't like to have the writing bleed through the other page. So it costs more money, but I think it's just, it holds better for me personally, for my journal making. It holds better, and the writing, you can't see the writing as well on the other side when you're flipping to write it. So for collaging or making journal cards, I'll use the thinner paper, but when I'm putting a full page, I typically like to use the 32 pound. And honestly, because I'm careful with it and what I print on it, it lasts me quite a while. So I'm going to let that dry and see how that does. It's already calmed that down a little bit, and we'll do the same thing for this. Let that dry a little bit while we're doing that. Gesso. You can pick up white acrylic paint at the dollar store. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or expensive. If you want to tone something down, there's a lot of great tutorials out there on how to gesso, even just your scrapbook paper. So, okay, we're almost done with this, and then we'll let this dry. If you don't put it on too thick, it doesn't take too terribly long to dry. Okay. All right. Okay, so see how it's toned that down a little bit compared to how bright that is? So that might be better. That already is a lot better, I can tell. Okay. Because this is just regular copy paper, and you can see through it really well. But now that I've gessoed, I mean, you can still see through it, but it's not as bright. So I think that'll work very nice. So these need to dry before I can even work with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make journal cards with these. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, and I'm probably running out of time because I have some squash cooking in the oven. I just kind of want to play with folding some papers and seeing what I can come up with for pockets. So, and when you're using book pages, you want to make sure you read what's on the book pages so you don't get anything that's, you know, not something that somebody should read. So I think I want to do, I know I want to do some sort of ephemera pocket. And I could do, I haven't played with pockets too much, so I'm not really sure how I want to do this. You know, I could do, have a wide pocket like that would hold, who did I see do this? I think it was Patricia Veramontes. I saw something like this. And so you just glue in here and here, and then glue on the bottom, and then you have a pocket here and a side tuck. So I think we'll do that, and we'll decorate that one. And then some of the came with some of these elements that I can actually kind of fussy cut and put on if I want to. Okay, so let's see. paper right here. Lay that out. That would be really pretty on there. I think we'll do that. And I'm going to do a fold over though, I think, so I want to leave a little bit of room so I can just fold over the edge and make it a little stronger. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this edge down, and then I'll glue the back of this pocket to the page. Okay. Make sure I have the writing up the way it needs to be. This way, yep. I'll put this on there. Leave enough room to fold an edge over. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that right there. Okay, there's that. I'm going to want this over this edge, so we're going to go ahead and just fold this over. Give it kind of a lip that will just give it more sturdiness so it won't tear when you're taking things in and out. And then we'll put some glue on it. Okay, so there's that part. So there's the bottom, and then on the top, I'm going to put on the top. Do some of this here on the top. How much do we need? I don't need the green part. Okay. Do some of this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this part. This way. There we go. I'm not worried about the back because I'm going to glue that down to a page. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut this off. This off. Okay, so now we have this really pretty pocket, and I need to cut the sides off of this too. Okay, so now we've got this really pretty pocket, and this will be really pretty to decoupage on, or to put onto something to decorate some ephemera with. I'm going to even this up a little bit. Okay, so here's our pocket so far, and I'm going to go ahead and distress around it. And then we'll glue it in place, and then I will sew around it off camera. Okay, so I'm going to glue it so I have an opening. So I'm only going to glue on this side and that side. But I will glue, yeah, I want it facing out that way. So I will glue down the bottom on this side. Even though I'm not stitch it, I still want it to stay in place. And then I'm going to continue the glue up on this side and some up on this side. And you can use any glue. You can use, oops, I do not want glue on some of this. So I'm just going to wipe it off. There we go. And then I will just put some on this side. I almost glued the top. Okay. Put that down. And now we have a double pocket, and we can make it a triple pocket too. So I have somewhere to put some journal cards in here. I could do a wide journal card and put it in here. And then I also have an opening right here. And then if I wanted to, I could have one for behind it if I just glue these three sides to the page. Okay, well, thank you for joining me with our craft session today. And until next time, have a great day.